Hello folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm back in here today and we're gonna work on our rows today that I haven't gotten done. And what we have to do, folks, is see this little stem here? This goes at the bottom of the rows like this. Like that, see? And then you have your little bulb that goes down below this, which is like that. See how that is, folks? And we have to create this, folks. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this up, folks. Like this, take it in the corner. Just like that. My husband's not here, folks. He went to an auction and he's very down, okay? Just so you know. And before he left here, he said he let a bunch of people down and he's feeling bad about it. In the situation that we're going through, folks, it could cost us a lot. You know, we could lose a lot of stuff this way, folks. And this can happen to anyone, folks, not just my husband. You know, it's just something that, and see, it makes it rough because he doesn't want me to tell anybody about it because he's ashamed of it. And I know I'm telling you guys this stuff, and it's kind of hard to tell it to you because of not being able to tell you exactly what it is. But he doesn't want it revealed because he's ashamed of it and he knows that what he did was wrong. But I'm not even sure that he realized what he was doing was wrong at that moment, folks, because it's something like a mental disorder that causes you to do things that you shouldn't do. And he's ashamed for people to know what it is. And I can't say as I blame him because I don't agree with it, but that's neither here nor there, folks. It's not about that, it's about what we can lose in the process. And the reason I'm telling you folks this is because situations like this can cost a lot. And the person may not even be aware themselves that they have that disorder until they go to counseling and find out what happened, you know, that caused them to do that. But the backstory is, folks, I'll explain it to you. My husband's, he was kind of deserted as a child by his mother, you know. She sort of gave up on him and didn't give him a good chance or anything like that in life. And that could have something to do with it, folks. I don't know, because I'm not a counselor. I'm just saying that it does happen. you know, with people that's going through bad times like my husband is right now. But he said that he's let a bunch of people down. And, you know, as bad as I hate to admit it, folks, he, you know, because I do love my husband a lot. And I feel for him because I think that this is something that he can't help without counseling. And that he wasn't aware of the problem himself. And it's just a very sad situation, folks. And this could happen to anybody that's had a rough childhood. My husband hasn't really had a rough childhood, not really. Because there were some people that claimed my husband, even though his mother didn't want him when he was a kid. But still, that can have a mental effect on you, folks. You know, to think that your parent doesn't want you as a child. Because I'm an adopted child myself, folks. My mother gave me up when I was a baby, when I was about 2 years old. And I didn't really have, I didn't have a real mother in my life either, folks. You know, because our parents is what teaches us the values of life and things like that and how to function. But if they're not there for us, folks, they can't teach us that. And I know there's probably some of you that is going through this as well, you know. But it's just one of them things that happen in our life, folks, and we can't prevent it, you know. But my husband is a good person, folks. Just because of what happened doesn't make him any less of a good person. He is a good person. He's not abusive in any way, shape, or form. He's just going through some dark times right now with something that's going on with him personally. And so we have to get to the bottom of it and see what's causing it. I guess you could say my husband pretty much raised himself, folks. But he's good to people, folks. He's good to me. He's good to anybody around him. This problem that he has doesn't have anything to do with personality disorder or nothing like that. It's something personal with him. And this thing that he's gone through, folks, it's gotten him into trouble, okay? I'll just come out and say it like that. It's probably going to take a few times in court to get him out of it. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to tell him that he needs to get counseling for it. I don't know what they're going to do, folks. But my husband didn't have nobody there as a child to teach him how life goes and stuff, folks. He just had to raise himself and teach himself pretty much everything that he knows My husband is a veteran too, folks. So yeah, he's been down the road and back, folks. So but all I'm gonna say is he's gonna have to go to court and get it straightened out, folks. And I can't tell you what's gonna happen or anything. We won't know until he goes through a couple sessions of court to find out. But this thing that happened, it could cost us financially in every way, shape, and form. It can cause us to lose things. And, you know, that's why I say, folks, your life can change in a matter of seconds, you know, with things that we don't know about ourselves. You may not even be aware of it yourself that you have a problem. But it happens that way. And we just have to deal with it, folks. I'm cutting out the stem to that goes at the bottom of that ball, folks. So I just want to let you all know that what he's going through has nothing to do with domestic violence. It's just something that's going on with him personally, folks. But I will tell you that he is going to have to go to court over this. And I'm hoping that everything goes okay for him. But however, what I'm going to say is going to sound cruel to a certain extent, but it's not cruel. He has to be punished for what he did, folks, okay? That's what I will say. And that's the sad part, because that means that he may not be able to be here with me, and I may be totally alone here for a while. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that's how it is, folks. You know, that's what I say. Your life can change in no time, you know. Don't think that just because you're happy and stuff like that one moment, that it can't change for you, because it can. See, now I got the bulb fixed, folks. And remember, whenever you put this on here, it goes just like this. Just like that, because the bulb goes at the bottom. See that? You have to figure out how to put the bulb on. That's what I'm doing right now. But we're working on entertainment right now, folks. And my collie picks up on all this stuff, folks, and he knows that something's going on, but, you know, being he's a dog and he doesn't really know for sure what it is. he still picks up on the emotions of it. And if you got it right, folks, it'll be just like that. See, the bulb of the rose. This is what we're working on, folks. The blue rose that I done. Yeah, things can change for you folks quickly. My husband never told me anything about this, folks. He kept it undercover, and he tried to lie his way out of it, and I got the truth out of him. But it took a while to get the truth, folks. But he does have to be punished, folks, unfortunately, for what he did. And I ain't quite sure what they're gonna do yet. I just have to hang in there and see. I'm trying to let that hot glue set up so it won't fall, folks. But see, it looks just like that. And while that's setting up, folks, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our stem. You don't really have to put that on your rose if you don't want to, folks, but it just makes it look more realistic, you know. That's all that does. It's not really a big deal. Remember, we're going to take our pencil, folks, and wrap it, you know, in this construction paper. And what you want to do is you want to leave about this much construction paper above the eraser of the pencil, because the top of the rose won't fit on the eraser of the pencil, so you have to do it on your construction paper, folks. But, you know, folks, sometimes there's things about people that you don't know about when you first get with them, because that person hides the truth from you. And it's not because my husband doesn't love me, folks. It's because he's ashamed of what he did and stuff. And he's ashamed that he has that problem. And he didn't think that I would love him if I knew it. And that doesn't change how I feel about him, folks. It's just one of them things, you know. The only thing that bothers me is that he lies to me. But sometimes people will make up little white lies, folks, to, you know, save themselves from consequences. Just like my husband's afraid that I'll stop loving him if I know that about him. But my husband has never kept anything under wraps before, folks. He's always told me everything. He just didn't tell me some dark things about himself, folks. So there you have it, folks. There's the stem. And I will cut this off like this. Yeah, I'm a little upset that he lied to me and everything, folks. You know, because that's not the way a relationship should go, but because I understand he doesn't want to lose me or anything, so he didn't tell me the truth about things on everything. And he knows he lied about it, folks. And I think he feels ashamed about that. Sometimes, you know, there's cases when people will tell little white lies because they want to get out of things, folks. And that's what this situation was about. And in my husband's case, he thought I would stop loving him was the whole ideal. There was things about him that I didn't know about. And I ain't gonna stop loving him, folks. But also, I made it clear to him that I don't want him lying to me about things anymore, because I went through that with the psychopath and I don't want to go through that again. And he understands that. So he's not going to do it no more. I told him that if we love each other, we tell each other the truth, folks. Because we have to know certain things about each other, you know. Because me and my husband's been together for 13 years, folks. And we've been through a lot together. And everything. My husband has never laid a hand on me in no way, shape, or form. Nor has he verbally abused me in any way. He just has some dark problems with himself that he chooses not to share with people. And I get that, folks. You know, there's things, you know, that we can have about ourselves that we choose not to share with people because we feel like it's going to change the feelings. But he knows how I feel about the lying part, folks. We can't have no lying in our relationship, you know. But there you have it, folks. The stem to the rose. Also, folks, if you want to, you could let the pencil fall out if you choose not to have the pencil, because that's what mine just did. And then I'll set him right in there. And then the fun part's going to be is trying to get him glued on top with that ball that I just created for the bottom of the rose. She'll go just like that. We haven't worked on the roses for a while, folks. I know you guys was probably wondering what happened. Get him on there, see if he'll glue on top. I don't know if he will or not. I try to keep my fingers out of the way, folks, because a while ago I was doing something and I burnt my finger with it. These glue guns get very hot, so you have to be very careful with them. And it may take that a little while to set up, folks. Because it's having to stand up and hold that rose up. Because with my big rose, I had to take him and prop him up on something, like I'm going to do here. And while, I may have to put some more glue on him, folks. We'll see. That hot glue dries in like a plastic form. If you notice, it's got like stringy stuff coming out, so yeah, it's kind of hard to. But folks, keep your fingers out of the way with these hot glue guns. I have a blister on my thumb right now from it, so that tells you how hot it gets. And you don't want to leave these things plugged in when you're done with them because they can set the house on fire. I wanted to let you know that too, folks. And I'm sure you know how hot a glue gun gets, folks. I'm just trying to be helpful. But when you're doing this stuff, it's probably best to have a hot glue gun because it does help out. It dries quicker than Elmer's glue. Let me see if I can prop him up on something, folks. Let me try something. I may have to find myself re-gluing the top up there. But there it is, folks. Isn't that pretty? And then we got to make the leaves for it. Let me see if he'll stand up. Yeah, I think he's going to stand up, folks. Yeah. See, I'll turn him towards you where you can see the rose. You can tweak them to where they'll work, folks. Well, thank you, and you have a nice day, folks. And I'll show you my blister on my thumb there where I burn it with the glue gun. Thank you, and you have a nice day. You got this, folks, and you're awesome. Bye-bye.